Hello, welcome to today's session. I'm soft skill trainer from the Department of Career Planning and Development, Chandigarh University. And today we are going to take up a grammar topic based on adjectives and adverbs. So before we could start this topic, let us go to the basics of English language. And in English language, we have different parts of speech with the help of which we form sentences. And those parts of speech are total 8 in number. So we are talking about nouns, pronouns, verb, adjective, adverb, prepositions, conjunctions, and interjections. Out of these parts of speech, today we are going to deal with adjectives and adverbs. We will understand a few rules based on both the topics. So what is an adjective? Adjective is a word which gives additional information about noun or pronoun. So examples are given here. What can be the additional information? It can be about the kind of noun or pronoun, like blue car, long rope, tall person, big house. So what we are telling about are the different nouns like car, rope, person, and house, and how they are. What kind of what kind of noun they are, like blue car. So we are telling about the quality of the car. Similarly, which one? Like we are talking about which of the which one adjective we are relating to, like this town, last week, the second day. So we are telling about the location. Next is how many. This means the number. We are associating the number with the nouns and telling how many what is the adjective of that, like 1 second, 3 boys, few cars. All of them are adjectives. So let us understand a few rules which are very easy, but we generally make mistakes when we are writing or we are writing sentences, right? So the first rule is when we have to use to instead of than in comparative degree. So whenever we are using the comparative degree of adjectives, then we will definitely and always use to rather than, right? Than as a comparison, because we know whenever we have to do some comparisons, we use than, right? So let's take some examples. Nina is superior to Meena. What are we doing here? We are doing a comparison between Nina and Meena. So we are telling about that Nina is superior, not than Meena, but to Meena, right? He is inferior to his peer. So when we are doing comparison between two people, we will never use than, we will always use to. He is junior to me, right? The next rule is about superlative degrees. There is no use of more and most before the adjectives like unique, universal, absolute, supreme, right, round, square, perfect, changeable. These are few words. There are many more. So why we cannot use this? Because if we are taking example of the word unique, unique in itself is completely different from others. We cannot compare it. So it is a superlative degree of comparison of adjectives. So we need not write more or most along with the word unique. Similarly, if somebody is right, he cannot be more right or most right. When somebody is right, he is right. Perfect. So there is no degree of comparison being used here along with by using the words more and most, right? So he is the unique person of my village. So we are using unique in superlative degree, and in superlative degree what we are doing is we are making comparison with of one person with the rest. We are not comparing between two. We are comparing one person with the rest of the team, like rest of the class or rest of the village. Similar is, this is one of the round tables in the shop. So when we are talking about round tables, so there are many, this is one of them. So why are we using this article the? Because we are talking about a definite thing, right? Something specific. Next is, there is no use of superlative degree for to. As I told you, we use comparative degrees for to. And in case we are even using superlative degree, we will not use the words more or most with the superlative degree. Suzanne is more beautiful than others in the class. So Suzanne is beautiful. She's the most beautiful, right? The superlative degree, if we are talking about the whole class, will be most beautiful. Like beautiful, more beautiful, most beautiful. Okay, these are the 3 degrees of comparison. Next is, the same form of degree will be used before and after and. This means if we are using the conjunction and in a sentence, then whichever degree we are using in the first sense, we have to follow the same in after and as well. Examples are, Ram is the best and tallest. So when we are using the superlative degree in the first place, so we have to use the superlative degree after and as well. We cannot say Ram is better and tallest. That is a wrong sentence. Similarly, if you are using comparative degree, Sham is better and taller. Both degrees are same, and Indo is good and tall. So this is again the same. So remember, whenever we are using conjunction and, so we have to follow a particular degree of comparison before and after and. Okay. Next, we come to adverbs. A word that describes a verb, adjective, or adverb is itself an adverb. Okay, so let us go quickly and understand the basic concept of how to use adverbs. Adverbs are always placed before the adjectives or verbs or adverbs that it is going to define. So, any word that is defining an adjective, adverb, or verb is an adverb, right? Example: Geeta sings very sweetly. So Geeta is noun, sings is verb, and sweetly is an adverb, right? So when I am adding very, this means I am telling the quality of how sweetly she is doing. So the manner in which she is singing, right? So sweetly, I am giving this, using this very along with sweetly to give information, more information about the adverb. So in the first instance, the adverb is qualifying another adverb. Next is Antarctica is a very cold place. So Antarctica is noun and cold is the adjective of place. And what we are telling is it's very cold. So I am in the next sentence, we are describing adverb of adjective. Okay. So we are placing in both the cases, we have seen that the adverb was placed before the adjective and adverb. Adverbs are also used between auxiliary verb and main verb. So, see, look at the examples over there mentioned here. She has often told you this. So, has is what? It's an auxiliary verb, and told is a main verb. So, we are using often, which means this is a adverb. This is an adverb of frequency. How frequently we are doing? Often, right? Our publisher is highly honored. So, again, we are using the adverb highly with the main verb and the auxiliary verb. Auxiliary verb is and honored is a main verb. He will always be happy. So always again adverb of frequency. Next is seldom, nowhere, never, nothing, hardly, scarcely, neither, barely, and rarely. All these words are negative in their own sense. So when we are using a negative word like these in any sentence, we will not use another negative with it. Like we will not use not or nothing with these words, because then it will be two negatives in one sentence, and which can basically give a notion of something positive. So we need to understand that these words are basically negative in nature. So negative adverbs should not be used with the words negative in meaning. So negatives should be avoided. Like she hardly knows nothing about the family. So nothing is wrong here because hardly itself is a negative word. So she hardly knows anything about the family. Next is sure and surely. So sure is what? It's an adjective and surely is an adverb. So here the example goes, they thought a lock on the supply cabinet was a sure solution for reducing theft. So we are using the word sure as an adjective here. Use surely as an adverb to mean without a doubt. So Alan surely makes an excellent impression on the customers. Next is most and almost. Again, the same logic goes. Use almost as an adverb, which means nearly. And we can replace nearly by almost, but we have to check whether the word suits in that context or not. Use almost in if the word nearly can be substituted satisfactorily. So almost all of us use our yearly vacation time. So yes, almost can be used. We can replace nearly with almost in the sentence. Use most as a limiting adjective to modify a noun. So most is basically used as an adjective, and most new superiors have trouble with ethical situations. So we are saying most of them, most of the new supervisors, right? So here most is acting as an adjective. Use most as the superlative degree in comparison. Again, We use most with superlative degree. There are so many words where we cannot put est in the superlative degree of the verb. So what we are doing is like beautiful, more beautiful, most beautiful, right? So most is used with the superlative degree. So another use of most is there. The speaker answered the question most effectively. So effectively, more effectively, most effectively. We are using the superlative degree. Next is good and well. Again, the same concept. Good is an adjective and well is an adverb. So good is used as an adjective. Making ethical choices is often more than being a good person. And if we are using well, so the new code of ethics has worked very well during the past year. So we are using it as an adverb. Use well as an adjective in reference to the state of one's health. Are you well? So when I'm talking about are you well, I'm asking this. So here, well is the state of health or condition of somebody. So it is adjective over there. Okay. Although Anna was not well, she stayed at home. She stayed at work long enough to complete writing the payroll checks. Right. I hope you understood this concept of adjectives and adverbs, where to use a similar word with an adjective or as an adverb by just adding ly or the other word. So it's just about understanding the concepts, and I hope it has helped you understand the adjectives and adverbs. Thank you so much, and take care of yourself.